It's a glorious morning again. Wansford Pasture, Wansford Meadow, call it what you will. Even though it's on my doorstep, it's probably the best all-round site that I visited last year. I say all-round, it's only got Southern Marsh and Common Spotted, but I think it just scored best points last year. It wasn't affected by the dry conditions last season, which made it stand out. It also produced the best orchid I saw last year, which was the white Southern Marsh Orchid, which I hope, fingers crossed, again. It might be here again this year, we'll find out a bit later on. But as I say, it's Southern Marsh, Common Spotted, big ones, lots and lots of those dreaded hybrids. But we'll see if we can make sense of them again. So that's it, yeah, Wansford Meadow, whatever it delivers. Straightforward Southern Marsh Orchid. These Wansford Southern Marsh Orchids are always big in stature because they grow in long vegetation around here and they have to get up to find the light. So it produces some very big and robust plants. The first of the hybrids starting to sneak in now, spotted leaves. Otherwise you'd have probably called that as a Southern Marsh Orchid. That one is a pure Southern Marsh Orchid. Not a lot of difference. Big spotted leaves on a big plant here. This will be almost certainly a first generation hybrid, because the first generation hybrids grow big, and this is standing out from the crowd. Some lovely markings too. Pretty spectacular sight, as it was last year. Amazing. Just to show you how difficult it is to pick a hybrid from a source plant. The one on the left there, left of centre, is a Southern Marsh Orchid. Pure and simple, no hybridisation going on. It's a pure Southern Marsh Orchid. But the one next to it, is a hybrid because it's got spotty leaves and there ain't a whole lot of difference between the flowers. I mean, there is a difference, but very little. It's all in the leaves. I think that's a common spotted in the centre there, drooping over. You never can tell. They're all the same colour, which makes me suspicious. Pure and simple common spotted orchid. That's a hybrid. Southern Marsh common spotted. And another one, nicely marked hybrid. Some big bruisers in here. It's a big boy and a pure Southern Marsh orchid. Another big, robust Southern Marsh orchid. That's a pure Southern Marsh orchid growing alongside a cracking pair of hybrids. Big swing towards common spotted on these, but with big hollow stems, definitely a hybrid. A set of real clonkers here, real clonkers. They are hybrids, got massive hollow stems running up the centre there. Otherwise they might get away as being common spotted orchids, but they are hybrids. Magnificent hybrids, superb markings. There's some really nicely marked plants here. We've crossed over to the meadow rather than the pasture, and yeah, it's very nice markings. A lovely pure Southern Marsh, a dark one. I hope you can pick these up on camera. Little purple jewels in the grass. Good to see. Wasn't expecting to find one of these. That's a pure white common spotted orchid. I just checked the leaves just in case there's anything odd going on. There's no spots on it. Then remembered that these white common spotted orchids don't have any spots on their leaves. There's just no pigmentation in the plant, full stop. It can't create patterns on the leaves, and it can't create patterns on the flowers either. But that's what it is, a white common spotted orchid. Big spots on the leaves, very wide, hollow stem, and a lovely marked flower. It's a hybrid. That's actually a pure common spotted orchid. You can see the pretty clear incisions around the lobes in the centre of the flower. It's not a hollow stem, and it's got spotty leaves. So I'll put that one down as a common spotted, pure and simple. It's a lovely rich coloured southern marsh orchid. Another nicely marked hybrid. That's another pure white common spotted orchid. Good to see. A pair of real monster dark coloured southern marsh orchids. What an amazing sight. Take your pick. Saw a few of these at Castor Hanglands, a very, very soft salmon pink common spotted orchid. Very pretty things. That's a stunner. Pure white common spotted orchid, number 3. Best of the bunch. Lovely colouring again on that southern marsh orchid. I keep finding these lovely dainty white common spotted orchids. There's quite a lot in this field. It's unusual to see so many. A lovely little family group of common spotted orchids. Huge numbers, absolutely huge numbers of southern marsh orchid and hybrids with the common spotted orchid, and quite a few common spotted orchids as well. There's actually a better mix here than you get at Souththorpe Meadow, in the sense that probably 50% of the southern marsh are southern marsh and not hybrids. But yeah, I mean, just huge numbers. I could spend another 2 hours here filming hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of southern marsh orchids, but it would get too boring at the end of the day. even if that sounds a bit harsh. Good to see the white common spotteds, lots of them here. Cannot find the white southern marsh. I don't think it's here. Why it's not here, I don't know. And there's a lot of trampled paths. I think people have been looking for it, but I'm fairly confident it's not here. No doubt someone will put a picture of it up on the internet soon, but no, I don't think it's here. But another wonderful site again, another wonderful effort this year, and again worth coming down here to see. Just head out towards the Kingscliff Road junction. You'll see the gate and the sign on your left, and yeah, worth a visit. Really, really good.